Alright, this has to be like the greatest narrator I've heard all year. Like, is anyone gonna be better than this narrator? Be honest. Yo, never mind. This ain't just the show Aura farming. Yo, the fool is aura farming. This is a good year for he's him. So Lord of Mysteries dropped its first 2 episodes, and boy, was it an adrenaline rush. I have no idea what I just watched. All I know is I'm intrigued. It's one of the most beautiful TV series I've ever consumed. And did I mention that I want more? If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, share your support, subscribe if you're new around here, and hey, yes, Patreon, full live reactions and exclusives over there. 36 minutes or 35 minutes for each of the episodes. I think the first core is 12 episodes, but if they run this length, we're technically getting like 18 episodes worth of content. And I think they're going to be making this one for a good while, if I remember correctly. I'm going to give my interpretation of a lot of events. Now, granted, this was simultaneously the fastest, but also slowest paced thing all in one. Breakneck pacing. You're constantly saying, wait a second, what's this terminology? What are they trying to say? But at the same time, I felt like they also took it slow and they let me soak in a lot of details. I have a suspicion that probably the first few episodes of this show are gonna feel more jarring than most in this season. Probably because they gotta get through a lot of fluff in order to get you settled in this world. If you do watch after the credits in episode 2, I assume that's a time skip. But I have to say, given the destruction of this world, the fact that everything looks so peaceful now has me raising some suspicion flags of what the hell happened. But seemingly the intro hook for this show is that we wake up in a guy's body who shot himself in the head. So, from what we understand, Buddy came from some normal-looking world. I mean, it looked like a world like our own. So, some office worker, some normal job. Dude did some ritual, and then woke up in a guy's body that killed himself. And all we really know about Klein as a character is that he had some note that said everyone's gonna die. And yeah, seemingly everyone died. And from what I can understand, the only reason he can like navigate this world is because while he doesn't remember everything about this guy's life, he definitely has like that deja vu thing happen where he's like, wait a second, Klein's been here before. He recognizes that door. And, you know, between journal entries and stuff, he's able to piece together enough to understand this character's life and in return continues it pretty much where Klein left it off. Now, I am interested if there's going to be a case of like split personality or anything because, you know, there was a moment where he looked in the mirror and I wasn't sure if it was like the old one was going to try to take over or something, or if it was just a case of him getting absorbed in all of his, you know, newfound memories. The technicalities of the power system and everything has me incredibly intrigued. I'm not even going to begin to try to break it all down. There's a lot to it, but it has me interested. And I like the idea that there's so many like little things like, okay, we got the Monday meetings as an example. My boy like taps in and, you know, he has, because he goes by the code name The Fool. We got Justice and the Hangman, I believe, are the other two. And it's so interesting how he puts on this aura farming like mindset. He's like, is this too cringy basically? Like, are they going to think it's too much? It's just, there's so much happening. And I love how like the first 2 minutes of episode 1, you basically are dealing with Satan's hellspawn, an abomination go off, and then they're like, okay, we're gonna take it slow for a bit, like 20 minutes, we're just gonna chill. Oh yeah, and then we're gonna have some crazy dream sight, and I'm like, what am I watching? There is so much potential for world building and characterization, but I think anyone who comes out of the first 2 episodes who didn't read the novels or whatever it's adapting, and says everyone should have a crystal clear idea of what's going on is a damn dirty liar. You know, like, I think I have a good basis of understanding where it starts, but I got many of freaking questions. I think they didn't have to drop the first 2 episodes, though, today. Like, or yesterday, technically, because it airs late on Friday. They could have done 1 episode, and I would have been a very happy camper. Am I happy that they dropped 2 and I have even more to see where they're going? Yes. I assume episode 3 is going to be a bit slower paced. I would hope. But if the first 2 episodes are pedaled to the metal and simultaneously letting us chill for a bit as we get accustomed to this new environment and we're just as confused as, you know, our newfound MC who's like, what the hell happened? I think this is going to work out splendidly. The one thing I can say is this is, without a single doubt in my mind, one of the most beautifully produced series I have ever witnessed. If you were to show a single shot to someone who has no idea what Lord of the Mysteries is, they most likely will have the same reaction of, is that a movie? And then when you tell them, no, that's just from a shot from an episode where every episode's like 30 minutes long. I don't know, man. These Danwa anime, man, are just... There's something about China with how they produce shit, because even their most basic bitch series are looking really, really good, and I don't know what's in the water over there, but goddamn. Also, am I the only one who thinks the narrator in the first episode has probably the best voice I've ever heard in an animated series? That dude Orifart. Insane work. The crazy thing, though, is I'm sure I'm going to be one of like 100 people who will probably think this way because the production is just so goddamn good. My favorite part of the production was actually the music. So often I'm like, what is this music for a general slice of life scene? It's just so whimsical and magical. And then I'm just like, it's just the whole time I'm listening to this stuff and I'm like, this is some of the best goddamn, like this is straight up video game orchestra level music, man. I was hooked. The seers and the paths, it's just like there's so much I want to learn more of. And I'm not going to be surprised in the slightest if it takes until the second or third quarter before I truly have a proper grasp of what's happening. At one point in episode 2, so he goes through this like little ritual where he drinks a concoction. You could have at least flavored it with wine or something. That shit looked like it would burn going down and coming out. And he's like flying through the sky. Seemingly, the people in reality knew something was happening, but they couldn't see him because of whatever, illusion shit was going on. He summons like a bomb or a bullet, and then it's just like, okay, yeah, we're back to reality. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. Many of questions. My mind is racing. I want to see more. I'm not going to say I walked out of this thinking, damn, this is the greatest story I've ever witnessed. But I will say, with all the hype and buzz I've heard about this, and how much breadcrumbs they're laying out in just 2 episodes, I definitely think this is going to be a very thought-provoking series once we truly start understanding. But even if you just look at it in a monkey brain way, this shit was entertaining as hell. Fantastic debut. Saturday's gonna be cooking. Cause yeah, I ain't covering this one. Similar to 2B Hero X, the shit airs way too late on its official day, so we gonna watch it the following day. But I'm excited for more, man. You let me know what you thought, whether if you've been anticipating Lord of Mysteries or if you jumped into this one fresh like myself. Thoughts and theories down below. If you don't know the source material, please let us speculate in peace. Don't ruin our fun. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe, ring that bell, and yes, Patreon, where we got those full live reactions and other exclusives like, hey, I give a video shout out to all of my patrons. So today we got Diedrich Savan, Davlin, Furno19, Hunter D. Lupin, Cosmonetto140, Zeno, Yuki Ali, Zethan, Rogue Knight, Pranay Sumshwar, Darian Smith, and we also have Raj Ramolan. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care. Have a good one.